Hey guys, Suspot here. Patch 6.7 just got released and I thought it might be interesting to do a quick rundown of the patch notes and give my opinion to the buffs, nerfs and bug fixes. So yeah, let's just start. We're gonna skip the babble here and start right with the champion changes. Thing about Aurelion Sol is that he's way too new. There aren't many statistics for him yet, because people have yet to learn him. But yeah, I tried him the day he came out and he felt pretty strong for me not really being able to play him because he has a really unique playstyle. And yeah, they toned him down a little. The stun duration on Q is it scales slower and the maximum isn't 2 seconds anymore, which was really long. It's now 1.5 seconds. Yeah, right, it starts off a little longer and scales up to 1.5 seconds. It's actually buffed to his early game, but it's only very slight, so I guess that's fine. Also his Argat nerfed quite a bit. 60% slow at level 1. It was before the nerf, now it's 40%. That's pretty huge, and also it's not 4 seconds anymore, but 2 seconds. That's a pretty huge nerf to his ultimate in my opinion. You know what, removed stay a while, no longer decays over the duration. Alright, that's actually a change, maybe not really a nerf. Alright, let's continue with Corki. I guess Corki really deserved the nerf. He was so strong for such a long time, especially in pro play. Yeah, he did way too much damage in my opinion. I think that's a good change. Don't know if it's enough, but we'll see. We have to wait for more statistics. I think that's actually okay. Yeah, guys, what the hell is that? Why did Irelia got buffed? You got a nerf Irelia, nothing else. I haven't seen her for a while. I guess she's really too weak in the current meta. So yeah, apparently they buffed her Q, mana cost down, total attack damage rate up from 1.0 to 1.2. That's pretty high actually. We will see. Definitely needed, but because yeah, you don't see any Aurelias because she has no chance against the current meta top lane champions. We'll see how that goes for her. Maybe enough, maybe not, we will see. Alright, Jhin changes. Q cost increase and damage down. E cost down. Q cost, okay, damage down. Yeah, he did quite a lot of burst damage, especially early game with his Q. I'm not sure if it's a needed change, but I think I watched some pro plays and there were lots of Jhins in the game, so I don't really consider him OP at the moment. He's pretty strong. Maybe the nerfs are too hard, I'm not sure. Or it's more of a change anyway, right? E needs less mana, Q damage down, and mana costs up. I think that's okay. It's only a slight nerf. Yeah. It's fine. Alright, Kindred. Oh god, I hate Kindred. Whenever I'm up against Kindred, I'm like, fuck this game. It's one of the only champs that can win against Nidalee early game in a 1v1. So yeah, what did they change? W, passive heal, 43 to 94 to 34 to 102. Okay, her early game got a little weaker, therefore it scales a little better in late game, her W at least. I think she will still get through the jungle extremely healthily, like she can kite like no one else. So that shouldn't hurt her much, maybe in skirmishes early on, which is what should be nerfed because she's pretty much unchallenged. Okay, the art change, now self-cast directly on top of Kindred can no longer be placed on allies. Yeah, that's a slight utility nerf to her ultimate. I'm fine with that. it's still gonna be strong. Like, that's not a huge nerf. It just deletes some of her utility potential. Alright, next one, Lissandra. This is a buff to prettiness and sass. Lissandra's hair braid now moves realistically on her base and all skins. Yeah, that's definitely a buff. Looks, W missile speed up. W, prismatic barrier, throwback. Prismatic barrier is slightly slower as it goes out, but it's much faster on return. That's more of a nerf, because like when you want to shield somebody, yeah, it goes slower out. The faster return doesn't really change anything in my opinion. Like, that's a really small change. This change won't affect its use on allies all that much, but should make firing your shield and running away from danger feel more responsive. Alright, I understand. Okay. Nidalee nerf. Probably needed because, yeah, her clear speed is completely unmatched. No other jungler has a chance in terms of farming. Maybe Shyvana, but nearly nobody else. Yeah, the W damage from Pounce in her Cougar farm got nerfed from 5 damage at level 1. But it scales better in late game. It's just for level 1 Pounce. I wonder how much that affects her first 2 or 3 camps. Like when you hit level 3, you will have no problems in the jungle, but the first 2 camps are rather hard. You gotta learn it with the traps. It's gonna make it a bit slower and probably a bit unhealthier. Maybe you have to start kiting again some more now. I'm gonna do a video on this with the Unleashed clear today, I think. Alright, next nerf or change, Poppy. Passive and E range down, Q damage down. Passive doesn't reset basic attacks. That's quite a huge nerf. But she has been strong since quite a few patches. So that was probably needed. Okay, range is down on her passive. That's gonna hurt her quite a bit, especially if you go here, Iceborne Gauntlet. Q Hammer Shock, damage, Okay, early game damage down. No. The whole damage goes down, except for her last. What? No, sorry, I'm blind. It's a complete nerf to Q on all levels. But it scales better with the target's maximum health now, 7%. That's gonna make it a bit stronger in late game, I suppose. I mean, 1% really isn't all that much. Maybe it's strong against tanks then, but not as strong against squishies. Range of Heroic Charge down by 100 units. That's quite a lot. This is quite the big nerf in my opinion. I'm not a Poppy player, but I tried her several times. And yeah, her E is pretty much her bread and butter skill. We will see how that turns out for her. I think her win rate is gonna go down a bit. Rammus, our cooldown up. Definitely needed. Rammus is completely toxic to play against in my opinion. It's like super boring. I hate playing against Rammus. He's one of those toxic champions. Like Soraka, which is gonna be next. Yeah, our tremors were 60 seconds on every level. Now it's 100 seconds, then 80, and then back to 60. That's a huge change. That's 40 seconds difference. Hope that makes him a little less toxic or oppressive. Alright, next one is gonna be Soraka. Q and W's mana costs increased. Definitely needed. Soraka's she is the support with the highest win rate, and yeah, I don't feel like you need much skill to play her. The only thing you gotta have is positioning in team fights, and you could also build like Warmogs and stuff like that, and your heal was still super significant. Starcall mana costs 40 mana at all ranks too. Okay, the mana you need goes up for Q, but it's the same on first level. And her heal, yeah, also needs way more mana now, 10 more mana. It's gotta be a difference on lane, especially in longer fights. You might actually run out of mana now. We'll see, I'm gonna test her. These changes don't really sound like much, but I think you will feel them in extended team fights. Alright, next one, Udyr. Health regen down, RS damage on hit and damage over time down. I absolutely don't think that was needed. Like, his strength was because of the runic echoes, which got nerfed 2 times now. And I didn't even think he was overpowered before the runic echo nerfs. Like, when you know how to play against Udyr, he wasn't all that OP. He's one of those solo queue champions that when your team doesn't know how to play against him, he can thrive, but if your team plays accordingly, he's not strong at all in my opinion. This is gonna make him pretty useless in my opinion. Like, especially Phoenix Udyr, I don't think he's gonna be played anymore. Maybe Tiger will be the way to go now, I'm not sure. Alright, next one, Zed nerfs. Definitely looking forward to that. I hate playing against Zed. W Living Shadow, cooldown up from 18 to 22 seconds on level 1. That's the same last level. All other levels have a higher cooldown now. That's awesome. Won't be able to poke as much from long range due to that, and that's a way bigger time frame to gank him now. Next I have passive bonus attack damage. Oh, okay, that also got nerfed. Quite a bit actually. From 25% to 20%. It's not that significant on the first 2 levels, but for the last 2 are pretty significant. It's gonna hurt his late game damage a lot. Alright, yeah, that's it for the champion changes apparently. Global splash unification, updating all splash outs to be the same in all regions, part 1 of several. That's not too interesting. Alright, here we go, items. Morph Malmortius, the item that like everyone builds as long as there was like 1 burst AP caster or something in the enemy team. Magic resist down to 40 from 50, and lifeline attack speed got completely removed. That's quite a huge nerf, but it's gonna make it the item it was before. Like, you wanna buy this if you're against 1 or 2 AP bursters that are fat, so you don't just immediately die to their combo. And before this nerf it was like core item on a lot of champions, even though the enemy doesn't even have too much AP burst, just because of the lifeline buff you get when you get under 25% health or something like that. Mastery changes. Warlord's Bloodlust, range damage, lifesteal less from minions. Yeah, that's probably just a nerf for those 80 carries that took it on lane to just farm safe all the time. Effectiveness for those minions down from 50%. Okay, it's gonna stay the same for melee champions, 50% for melee champions, 25% for ranged champions. That's a good change. Like, with melee champions they have a way harder time staying alive on lane, so I'm glad they didn't change that for melee champions. That's a totally fine nerf for ranged 80 carries. They can just always get back to full health, which was especially good against champs like Caitlyn, which poke you a lot. You could just fall back, farm at the tower and just be full health again because of Warlord's Bloodlust. Next change, death timers. Shorter death timers in mid game. Rebalance death timers to be less punishing between minutes 30 and 55. Times before and after these changes are unchanged. I feel like this is a good change. I had so many situations where I died at like, I don't know, 32 minutes or something, looked at the death timer and was like, what the fucking hell is that? Like, it felt like you were at 60 minutes plus already, according to the death timer. I like that change. Vision. Now you see me. If you can see an enemy champion without the assistance of wards or vision effect, they can always see you and vice versa. Grave smokescreen or other vision reducing effects aside. Wait a second. If you can see an enemy champion without the assistance of wards or vision effects. Ah, alright. I see. I think this is gonna make... Is this a bug fix for those bug positions where you could see the enemy but he couldn't see you due to the fog of war? I'm not sure, to me it sounds like that. Yeah. To the normal vision effect, without assistance of anything else. I think that's... Yeah, that's it probably. If I'm wrong, just write it in the comments. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I am. Next one, now you don't. Fix the bug where killing blue trinket will reveal the area around you for a short time. I didn't know about that bug. Don't think I've experienced it ever. At least I've not realized. You set me up, fix the bug where attacking an enemy champion near a wall could give them vision over that wall. I think I've seen that several times. So yeah, it's a bug fix, that's always positive. Next one, rotating game mode cube. Yeah, you probably already know about that. All the fun modes that were available in the last 2 or 3 years are gonna be put in a new rotating game mode queue, where stuff like Ascension and Earth just switch weekly or something. So it's starting, oh, this weekend already, nice. Next change, pre-made limiter. Titan pre-made skill gap limits at the top of the rank ladder. At the top of the ladder, the wide skill variants of players make the existing pre-made limiter rule less effective at ensuring players that constructing pre-mates the matchmaker can handle fairly. Up until this point, we allowed Diamond 5 players to play with challenges, but we're tightening the duo queue requirements to ensure fair pre-mates are being composed. This also closed the loophole where players could queue with a Diamond 5 Smurf for easier games at the top of the ladder. Yeah, this was pretty much abusing the system, so that's a good change. I like that. Here's how pre-made limiter will work now. Challenger, Master and Diamond players can now only queue up for ranked matches with players within ±2 divisions of them. Master and Challenger are each counted as single divisions above Diamond. Oh, that means Challengers can only play with Masters and Diamond once, I think. Master Challenger, example of the new bands in practice. Challenger. Yep, just like I said, Challengers can now only do queue with Masters or Diamond ones. Yeah, I like that change, because yeah, the skill gap between Challenger and Diamond 5 is huge. Like, when you're a Challenger player and do queue with your Diamond 5 mate, your games are gonna be way easier because you can just outplay all of them if you're like really good at the game. Platinum. High Platinum players can queue with low Diamond players based on the Diamond players restrictions above. All Platinum players can still queue with Platinum and Gold. Gold, Silver, Bronze unaffected. Okay, this just affects like high elo. I like that change, that's pretty positive. Hexa crafting loot update. That's not too interesting. I think key fragments now have a chance of dropping after winning a random all mid or just 3 lane games. Okay. As in Summoner's Rift, key fragments drop rarely, and the more key fragments you earn, the fewer will drop. Launch ultimate and legendary cheerlead were marked with gemstones. The 4 highest tiers of loot are Ultimate, Mythic, Legendary, Epic. Okay, that's pretty much just clarity. Mythic loot currently includes only Hextech Any. Okay, new animations have been added throughout Hextech trafficking. Thank you very much, Riot. Bug fixes. Anything interesting in here? Fix a bug that could cause Ranger's basic abilities to have no cooldown. I don't think that happened often, I've never heard of that. Fix the play again button for all matchmade queues. Best change in the whole fucking patch. That was a bug for so long. Like, you do a queue, press that button, and either nothing happened or you were in the pre-match-made lobby, like alone, and the invite didn't work and stuff. And sometimes you all just got thrown into the custom game screen for some reason. So really good bug fix. Thank you very much. Restart High Noon Jin's harmonica sound effect when his 4th shot is ready. Yeah, blah blah. Base Simulus movement animations have been fixed. Showing through Bard's E-Magical Journey no longer rarely takes you in the wrong direction. When the fuck did this happen? I've had so many Bards in my games and I've never seen that happen. Probably very rare. Maybe we can find a YouTube video on it. Wanna see that? Probably quite funny. Fix the bug resolutions are the culling could sometimes be interrupted even if he had a spell shield. Okay, good bug fix. Fixed a few cases where Twisted Fate's blue W, pick a card didn't refund mana when used on objects like Timo Mushrooms and tentacles. Good bug fix. I've experienced that a few times. Cast range indicator has been shrunk to match the ability's actual range. Okay, Xerath's R range now has been fixed. Xerath R right of the arcane no longer fails to deal damage to Baron Nash at extreme ranges. I've never seen that myself. Good bug fix. Range indicator of the Deadwood portal to better match Void Span travel distance. Item shop tooltips no longer occasionally pop up on their own when opening the shop. I think I've experienced that several times. The item shop search bar no longer clears itself at random intervals. Yeah, that happened to me quite a lot actually. Good bug fix too. New skins, Mecha Zero Cyan. Thought it's just Mecha Cyan. Program Lissandra, Program Soraka. Yeah, this one turns into a fucking train when you ultimate. That's a pretty cool idea. Alright, that's it already. Better nerf Aurelia. No, not this time. That's it for the patch 6.7 rundown. I hope you liked it. Holy shit, I was talking for 20 minutes now. It felt like 5. Hope it's not too long for you guys. Hope it was somewhat interesting. And yeah, see you in the next patch rundown. Bye bye.